No, November is about to be over! Yeah, remember me? I'm that guy who made one video then dipped for almost an entire year. But I'm back! Hey, I finally got a new microphone. It's almost not as better as the new one, but now I'm... that's all in the past now. I can finally go back to frickin' making these videos, and hopefully I can continue doing these more often, because I just seem to have this awful tendency to actually coming back and making videos, but I hope that doesn't happen anymore. I actually just want to keep focusing on making videos and making people laugh, which is something I'm awful at, but let's just read. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Greg's No Nut November. Over 200 million books sold. I really wish I could do this in full screen, but I could not. I did everything I could, but I could not. So we're just gonna have to do it like this. Disclaimer. This Diary of a Wimpy Kid LLB is extremely messed up. So much, so I got nearly removed from r/loaded diaper. And I had to stop uploading it to Reddit to avoid being in trouble with the mods. If you are planning on making a YouTube video on this, you have my permission to do so. But please put in viewer discretion is advised in it, because there are parts that are buzzing its head a bit. Or I barely have anyone watching these, so I don't even have to bother. I wholeheartedly thank everyone for all the support that made this one of the most popular, and definitely the most controversial LLBs on the subreddit. Godspeed, you magnificent ploopies. /Swaghawk42. Friday, 30 days remain. Well, it's that time of the year again. No Nut November is back. You see, with my family, it's a huge competition, completely run by Mom, to see who can go the longest while busting that sweet, sweet nut. Normally, I'm not too good at it. Last year, I was out of the competition pretty early on, but it wasn't my fault Holly Hills decided to upload a summer pics on the Instagram when I was super horny. Like, he just sees a bikini pic and he just gives it, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep fapping for like 5 minutes straight. But this year I need to win this, because the stakes are higher than ever. Normally the winner, which is always money obviously, gets to pick something out of their choice. They're getting a 3-year-old doing no or whatever. That's actually how Manny got the pig. I made up the whole fair contest thing, so Amula would let me publish. I don't know what the hell that is. It seems like some kind of like obligation. However, this year, Mom changed the prize after the shit the pig got us in over the past year. Instead, she's giving whoever wins this year's No Nut November the Infinite Nut Pass, giving the person the rights to unlimited nuts with no consequences. You didn't hear that. Infinite Nut Pass. This pass entitles a holder to unlimited nuts. If anyone's getting that pass, it's going to be me. We've already started the competition since today is November 1st. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long month. Especially when Thanksgiving rolls around and Mum ups the game. But in the end, it's all going to be worth it to jack off to Holly's bikini pics whenever I please thanks to that pass. The only person I'm worried about is Manny, honestly, because I've never seen a nut before. Yeah, because he's a kid! Yeah, and part of me says he doesn't even know what busting a nut is. But I don't care. If it never passes, here I come. Bring it on, Mum. Tuesday, 26 days remain. So far so good. No cravings to nut. I've been keeping my distance from Holly, because you never know if she's gonna wear something that turns you on. Besides, she's already got Bruce as a boyfriend, and I moved on for her, so please stop jacking off to her. Please, Greg. It's an unhealthy obsession. Grandma isn't happy with Mum about this No Nut November competition, and she says it's a dumb to be holding a contest for something the boys should be doing in the first place, because masturbation is a sin. Yeah, No Nut November, more like No Nut every month of the year, because masturbation is a sin. Saturday, 29 days remain. Like every year, Dad is the first one out. The fucker didn't even laugh at one that night, but I understand his pain. When you're sleeping next to the person that's trying to make you nut, you can only go so far till they give away. I have an idea. Punch her in the face. There's something messed up about that guy. I've heard from rumors from Manny that he's been having sex with Mrs. Jefferson, but what does he know? Anyway, I've been holding off pretty well so far. I haven't had any urges to bust. Heck, I haven't even gotten an erection yet. I blocked her and a few other of the girls on Instagram. But like, they're going to care. Half of them are boyfriends anyway. Or if you're holding off so far that you have to block all the other girls, that's kind of a problem. Even though I kind of see where Grandma is coming from, keep in mind you did pay Dad $50 to fix her Wi-Fi, and all he had to do was reset the router. Anyway, tell Uncle Joe are out, as both of them busted over the weekend. Don't know how, but they just did. At least Dad is feeling better knowing he's not the only one out anymore. Monday, 19 days remain. Well, I just had a close call at school today. I forgot we started our swimming unit today, because of course we did, and Holly just happened to wear a swimsuit that turned me on. Ha 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 ha. I can't see his boner. Oh, I can. I don't question how I was trying to look for his boner. Raymond thought it would be really funny to laugh at my reaction. Oh, this guy laughed at my boner. His mom has stage 3 breast cancer. So, oh, I don't even feel like reading any of this part because yeah, Wrigley did. Oh, fine. So I didn't take him. Let's not forget his mom has stage 3 breast cancer. So I didn't take him too seriously. Thankfully, I didn't know. Can't say the same about Wrigley though. What the fuck indeed? Is it gonna be like the where they put like black ink or something to see if someone pees, but it's gonna be like purple if it's juice? My boner wasn't going away, however, and I just had to live with it. Trust me, it isn't easy to be walking around with school with everyone knowing you're hard, but you'll be rough Indian when I get that. It's just nothing. Wait, it looks like it's a pimple or something, but it's not. Friday, 15 days remain. Holy shit, I can't believe what happened today. Manny is out. He nutted today. According to him, someone was playing with a vacuum cleaner at preschool. I put the chew up to Manny, causing him to nut. He's been trying to tell Mom that it wasn't his fault and that he shouldn't be out, but according to Mom, a nut is a nut. No objection, so Manny is out. That makes it easier for me. I was concocting a plan to make him nut. Holding some Fortnite because I don't have to know. Manny's been taking this loss very hard. He's been driving Tiggy around for the past 2 hours, and he looks like he's about to snap. Part of me feels bad for him, but then again, this is no nut November. It's everyone's game. Damn shame, man. Sunday, 13 days remaining. Manny killed himself. He's fucking dead. We were getting dinner prepared when we heard a loud ass bang from upstairs. We bowled up to Manny's room, and since he was the only one up there at the time, I found his dead body next to his dad's shotgun. He blew his fucking head off. It was so gruesome. I don't even want to attempt to ignore it. I was sick to my stomach seeing all the bloody women. He left a death note. I always speak so fast, but I could barely read. But at the end he wrote, "Frick you, Megan, you poop." Dad was upset. The pig was crying, but Mom was like specialist, saying that sometimes no nut November's like that. You know, it's just one of those things. Classic no nut November. You're dying over a nut pass. You classical goof. Seriously? You don't give a shit about your son dying? Boy, this took a turn for the worse. Boy indeed. Gee, golly. I should just keep reading. Yeah, let's do that. Grandma and a lot of others in the family are absolutely furious at Mum, saying this has gone too far, and that this competition should be called off. Your son has just committed suicide, Susan. It's time to call off this damn She looks like she has a finger gun. I already know Mum is just going to shrug it off. Besides, Manny wasn't enjoying anyway. Oh yeah. What? Nah, I'm not even done. What is that? He used Manny's corpse as a flashlight or something. The fucking pig nut. Pig nut. I don't know right now. Afterwards, he tried eating Manny's penis. I figured that out because he was walking on rain, and then the little shit peeled up that severed 2 inch. Okay, we're just gonna skip that one. What does there? Anyway, there's still 2 weeks left, and at the moment, 7 people are out. Dad, Uncle Joe, Terrence, Malcolm, who got busted not into Peppa Pig hentai, Benji, who had sex with some giraffe, Manny, another pig. However, once Thanksgiving goes around, that list is going to double, maybe even triple. Wednesday, 10 days remain. I've been talking a ton about who's in, but there's a ton of shockers who are still in. One of the biggest is Uncle Gary. I am impressed with him going this long without nutting, especially after that incident at the local elementary school last winter. Give me that push. At the moment, he currently has a restraining order in every public school in the state, which is probably why he's still in. The kids come, and then Uncle Gary comes. Like, the only battle is gonna be, oh, whatever. I hate to say it, but now that Manny is out of the way, I think Uncle Gary's my biggest competition now, since he legally can't be around little kids. We'll just throw Manny in front of him. I mean, if the pig's gonna have his way, then so should Uncle Gary. Grandpa's also in this competition, but he's kind of a piece of shit when it comes to No Nut November. He's the kind that sneaks up on you and proceeds to give you a handjob when you're least expecting it. He gets some in every year. That's how I lost 4 years ago. Jackass. Oh, so what? Well, he just grabs the penis and he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to take this loss. He's a young kid in my shade. He's beaten by me. I'm gonna have to deal with it. Basically, when Thanksgiving rolls around, stay as far away from him as possible, and always check your back. Roderick let his guard down last year, got sabotaged by Grandpa, so pissed after him. The last one that really needs to be talked about is Byron. He's the unluckiest of the whole family, as he's finished runner-up more than anyone else. And every year he's starting to look like he's more and more likely to snap and go off. Last year he blew out a grandma's from Frank's. I'm sorry, just know that November 6th. While he was second, and took his rage on Ankeki, putting them on. Imagine explaining that to the doctors. Like, so what was the accident here? I got punched by a guy who lost November. I can go on and talking about who's still in and who's out, but I'll simplify with a handy chart. There's the chart, and there's like most of it. Like we got like a few adults and a few kids. Well, I mean that baby wouldn't even be able to touch it. You know what I'm saying. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so there'll be a lot less competition to worry about, because according to the older men, it's the hardest part of known in November. While others might get turned down when mum does what she does, I don't find it sexy at all, so I don't have anything to worry about. Friday, 8 days remain. I'm so lucky to be alive. Boy, do I have a lot to talk about after yesterday's shit show. I can just spill the tea, but I think you all saw on the news. Yeah? That's pretty crazy. Long story short, me, Roderick, and Uncle Gary are the last ones in contention. Everyone else is dead. Well, everyone except Dad, Mum, and Grandma, because they got out perfectly fine. Remember when I said it looked like Byron was about to snap? That's exactly what happened. I should have said something, but I decided to stay quiet about him. It all started like normal. We arrived at Grandma's house with our food and headed in. Of course, Mum tries to spike the food with drugs to make the men horny for the main event, but we really can't feel like eating knowing there's crushed up Viagra in the back potatoes your mum made for you. When we got inside, something seemed up. When I realized something, Uncle Gary wasn't there. Honestly, I can't blame him. There's no rule against this, but Mum said that he was a pussy for not showing up to the dinner. Sucks that I was forced. He has a restraining order. Everyone else was there, however. Even Aunt Veronica and Uncle Lawrence was there too, which is pretty surprising. After some chit-chat, we had dinner. Boy, does that Viagra shit hit you hard. I nearly snapped after I finished eating. Fortunately for me, I didn't. Couldn't really say the same about Uncle Arthur though. Poor bastard nutted right onto stuffing. Oh, jeez. They're making it seem like you can just nut in an instant, just like that. Instead of like, abracadabra, wait, no. Abracadate, nut on that plate. After the dinner, Mum said it was time for the main event. I heard Grandma moan because we all knew what was going to happen next. All us men went into the living room. Mum locked the door behind us. We aren't getting out until Mum says we are, but again, I don't have nothing to worry about because I don't find Mum sexy at all. She takes her shirt off and pants off and started twerking the coffee table with sexy music blasting radio stereo. If you think I'm drawing any of the stuff I saw, please go get some mental help. I really do not blame him. Mom tried to encourage the other women, which were also in the room, to do the same thing, which led to a large grown-up annoyance, because of how stupid this whole thing was. Even though I wasn't turned on by any of this bullshit, turns out others did. A few gave away towards the performance. That's when it all went south. Byron was doing a good job holding it in, and was focusing on trying not to give it to Mom's impatience, when Grandpa stuck again, and got him when he least expected it. Poor Byron was done, and it was all Grandpa's fault. But of course, Mom's rule of no exceptions when he was out. A lot higher than he normally does too. Grandpa went on to taunt Byron for the fact that he lasted longer than him this time. That's when he said, Man, it must really suck to be you. After all these years of losing, after all these years of frustration and rage build-up, Byron finally snapped. Oh, when the doom music kicks in, he pulled out 2 fucking guns and killed Grandpa. He then shoved Mom off the coffee table and screamed, If I can't have that pass, no one can! He opened fire at everyone. We were all screaming and yelling at Mom to unlock the door, as blood was spewing everywhere. However, Mom refused to open it until well, I mean, how else was I supposed to speak when it goes from like lowercase to uppercase to lowercase to uppercase to lowercase to uppercase to lowercase to uppercase? Luckily, Uncle Travis, he the type of silly Billy to sell overpriced tickets and be at fault for the deaths of like 8 people. But it's still very sad, 8 people. Luckily, Uncle Travis kicked the door down just as he was shot in the back 3 times and died. Rip Travis. Me and Roderick booked it. Turning around, I saw Byron pin down Malcolm and blew his head off with a shotgun. I felt like I was in Vietnam again. Wait, when was I in Vietnam? On the bright side, Dad and Roderick were okay, but were right behind me. So glad to say they weren't dead, but Dad was shot in the ass and he was screaming in pain. Oh, son of a... We bursted out the front door and got in the car. Thank God Dad had the keys and not Mum, otherwise we would have been toast. We backed out of Grandma's driveway and drove off. Out the side mirror, I could see Uncle Larry getting shot in the head and clapped to the ground. Poor bastard. The police would eventually arrive, and that stupid fuck migrant before he could take on the 9 cops or 2 pistols. All I heard was he only fired 2 shots before being turned into red mist, with 54 bullets and dying instantly. On the news, Police Chief Roger Tubb said it was the most gruesome scene he'd ever seen. It was all over the news, made national headlines. Why is the Texas becoming a ghost? Why is it fading away? That's the worst act of domestic terrorism in American history. Despite this, I'm pretty sure Mom still isn't going to call this competition because that's how November goes sometimes. But in all seriousness, it's going too far. Sometimes. This might be the first time it's ever happened. Monday, 5 days remain. Grandma is absolutely furious about this entire fiasco. She's been living with us for the weekend since her house is still a crime scene, and she's been giving Mum both barrels. Grandma called Mum a disgrace to the entire Heffley family and blaming her for all this murder in the house. She called Mum to call off the competition. She forced Mum to call off the competition, but she'll call the cops now. So Mum did the right thing and ended the competition. Well, what's gonna happen now? What, do they have to like persuade her or something to continue the thing? But no way! She said that the old bitch deserved it because she already spewed BS and never actually appreciated the benefits of this competition. She's currently in the basement disposing the body. It smells so bad down there, I'm not even gonna bother questioning what's going on. Well, you know what's going on. She's in the basement disposing the body. Wednesday, 3 days remain. Well, Uncle Gary is out. Who saw that one coming? And in prison. Whoa, Uncle Gary saw it coming. He saw his penis cock. Turns out his car broke down in front of a police crowd. Are you sure it broke down? That wasn't just him. After holding it in for so long, he finally snapped. And just like that, the Heffleys were in the news for the second time in 2 weeks. Man arrested for raping 6 children. Like, they let her rape 6 children. That's a record right there. Anyway, it's been an absolute nightmare for me and Roger because we're the last two in contention. Mom decided to pay a visit yesterday in school in the stripper clothes, which meant I thought it was the end for me and I'll get bullied for the rest of my life. Turning on yet, getting turned on yet, sexy baby. Oh my god. This is the worst, man. Why did I choose to? Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, that's when Fregley decided to cause a scene with Mum and me. We got a live showing clap. Oh, okay. So he didn't want to draw his mom getting naked on the table, but he was fine with drawing a classmate having a experiment with her. But I mean, now he regrets drawing it, but still the fact that he was actually able to draw it. Fregley was severely bullied throughout the rest of the day, being called prostitute boy, but I think they should be a bit careful because we all know what happens when someone gets bullied in an American school. Anyways, Dad pulled me to the side this morning, explaining some important information. He said that since it's the final 72 hours of the competition, she's locking us in the house so we can't escape till there's a clear one, and she'll do all her best to make me and Roger do it. I initially thought that was a bit overkill, but he was right. When I was going to Rowley's to play Twisted Wizard DLC, the door wasn't just locked, it was welded. Thankfully, I turned around just before Mom tried to pin me to the door and do her work. I managed to get it. Yeah, good job, Greg. That makes me shudder. Shudder. Yeah, like Roger. Me and Roger were both shooting. Thursday, 2 days remain. Roger came into my room today. He looked all shaken up. I asked him what happened, and he said he was taking a nap when he woke up to Mom trying to jack him off. He was very close to bursting with it. See, there's someone who actually tries to get away. Why don't... Oh, whatever. Jeez. Now knowing that, I'm gonna make sure I keep my door locked at night. Hopefully she doesn't try to sneak through the window or some shit like that. As much as I want to try to sabotage Roger for the win, I feel like that will be a douchey move. Ever since the shooting at Grandma's, I've been a lot more passive. What a Netflix arc for Greg. Saturday, 24 hours remain. Well, here we finally are, November 30th. Today, gotta say it feels like it's been an eternity since all this began, almost like 8 months or so. Mama's been getting in my way, completely all day, completely nude. I have no idea why she thinks I'll get turned on with that shiny middle-aged raisin, but whatever helps her sleep at night. It's honestly starting to get annoying, and Roger agrees. Just before none, she tried to grab my dick, but I punched her in the face and ran away. She tried to grab me in my dick, but I punched her in the face and then I ran away quick. Some good bars, what do you think? Currently currently occupied. I was reading that. I'm currently locked upstairs in the bathroom, hoping this will all blow over really soon. Occupied. That's the calmest. That just might be an actual image from the actual books. That might be like the most accurate. Because then you've got this one. You've got freaking big feet. Bigfoot. That's what. Not big feet. Bigfoot. Wait, is Big Feet even a movie? 6 hours from here. I don't know how long I've been up there, but it's getting dark outside, so I think it's almost the end of the day. I have no idea where Roderick is, but I think it's clear to go downstairs. When I get downstairs, Dad is in the kitchen. I asked my mum and she said that she's downstairs with Roderick. That's when I heard a bloodthirsty scream. It was Roderick. A few seconds later, I heard Mum. Me wondering about Roderick's scream became a cipher when she said from the basement that I won on November. Wait, he won? He won! He did it! I can't believe her. I won! She told me to come downstairs to claim my pass, and I hurried down to the basement. Dad was screaming at me as I went down, but I don't care. Greg, no! It's a trap! I get downstairs and dig into Roderick's room. I can see the note on his blanket, so it's a bedroom. He's knocked out on his bed face down, so that must be quite the worst. Greg's never been so happy and seems to come. Mom congratulated me and said how well I've done. I asked her for the pass, but she said not yet. There's one more contender. I was confused. Oh, no, cue the... Okay. Goodbye, Wii Music. Hello, Wii Shop Bling. I am very cheap with the way I make my videos. I'm not professional yet. I'll do that later. I asked who it could be, and then she told her to take her pants off. I was confused about what she was doing, until everything started to add up. And just when I figured it out, she revealed her penis. Oh, whoa, Greg's eyes. Can we talk about Greg's eyes? That's the real problem. Holy shit. My mom is a dude with a breast implant. My mom said that she's not Susan Heffley, that she's the infamous serial killer and gay porn star to us, Sammy Twiststick. I've heard that name before. He murdered his entire family to get their valuables. The feds assumed he was killed in the boat crash in 2002, but it turns out it was my mom the whole fucking time. I'm shaking right now. She told me that she killed man and actually hired Byron as an assassin a few years ago to murder everyone when the time was right. I knew I was next and tried to book it, but the next thing you know, he tripped me and smashed my head with a pan. Boing! I don't know how long I was knocked out. When I look up, I was strapped to a bed. I looked at the clock, 10:30 p.m. This is the end. Sammy walks into the room. He's about ready for his move. I know once he's done, he's going to kill me. I can still hear his words as he approached me. Enjoy the last cock and ball torture of your pathetic life, Gurgly. He began to give me a blowjob. I've been holding it in for so long it didn't take long for me to already feel it about to burst. I tried my hardest to break free, but he tied me down tight. After all this time, I've come so far. I've got my fragile mom to beat now. I'm not accepting defeat this easily. I had to make sound effects and nothing. After I kicked Sammy right in the balls, I broke free and booked it. We were in a secret room in the basement, so before I went upstairs to wake up there, I went upstairs to wake up Roger and tell him we need to get out of here and then to I already know I can't see it yet. It's absolutely the 23rd Sammy. When I went up to Roger, I was on my feet. He was dead! Oh! That's like a freak. But yeah, great stuff. Let's see. I guess I'll just try to look like I'm on my own. I have no idea who that is. But I'm surprised he's good too. The doors open in the shop. I decided to get out. Next thing you know, Sammy is coming out of the basement with life. I'm sick of all. How is Greg Wright doing this anyway? Is he like doing this as he writes? As he writes at the same time? No way out. I had no choice but to do what I did. It was paying for myself. What else? What else? Scream. Bleeding all over his face. Shit is getting all over my journal. That's just about right now. It's super cold. I'll jump on it and help him. Lots of nice right now. But that doesn't matter. I checked behind me and Sammy was right on my tail. Oh hey! It's like how we had snow for like 2 days and it just disappeared. The adrenaline has really helped me escape. I've never ran this fast before. It's been all 5 minutes now. I just run in one direction and go deep. I see a sign of bombs. That's it! The maintenance shield! This place is abandoned since the closed for grace. If I bet the shell means to me. Grandpa told me how to walk when I was 10, and I can't believe that's going to be out to about the guy who leads people off and making their feet knows good stuff. I get inside the shed and I assume it's 7 minutes midnight. I'm still trying to process everything I have to Byron is an assassin. Why is Sammy doing this? My entire world is turned upside down before I can get my hands ready. My head. Oh, as possible. But Sammy knew I was there. Broke the window open and then this is the end. I'm trying to easily prove to me that he said what I thought were the last words I ever hear in my life. See you on the other side. See you on the other side, you disgraceful raspberry plastic tickle bear bird. I have to break fast because my back is against the wall. I'm freezing, covered in cuts, so I won't be able to rest my way out of this. That's what I know is something about. An axe! I have no choice. I sprinted with all the strength I have and I got the axe. And then Sammy sprinted towards me, screaming at the top of his lungs. That right there. Damn. You go, Gregory. I just killed my mom over a fucking nut pass. How does that sound? I look at a watch. 12 o'clock, December 1st. I've won. I finally got the pass. I strut out the shed. I turn around Sammy's dead corpse, blood everywhere as I calmly say, checkmate, bitch. I can't wait to finally use this nut pass. I've been waiting forever, and now I'm going to use it. It's going to be a great future for me. Well, you know what, Greg? I mean, you're pretty much every single person in your entire family is dead. I don't know how about Dad, Frank, but you know what, Greg? You can take that nut pass. You can nut all the nuts you ever wanted. Unblock all the girls that are unblocked and the guys too. Over here in this channel, we don't judge variations. All variations are variations. All different types of people are allowed. Sexualities, don't care what preferences you are, what you like. You're all welcome on here. Besides, you're nothing but food to me. You're all welcome on here. All minority. Oops, can't say that. This is bullshit. I have no idea where I am, and I'm freezing to death. I come all this fucking way to get this pass, and I'm going to die before I get to use it. Of hypothermia. Okay, I have no idea. Well, that was a complete change of pace. It goes from, oh yeah, I did it. I'm the best. I can do anything I want now to just, well, this is great. This is going great. My life is so wonderful. Wait, what's wrong, Greg? What's your issue? I have no idea where I am, and I'm freezing to death. I come all this fucking way to get this pass, and I'm going to die before I get to use it. Of hypothermia. There's nobody around for my house, and I can't feel my legs. Wow. Are you telling? Oh, what kind of trope was that for anything? Are you telling me so? Throughout all of this, I don't know how to feel about that. We were like in Greg's perspective, no nutting in this November challenge, and now he's just gonna die. Come on, no, he's gotta live. He's gotta live. Yeah, he's dying. He's dying. No, he's dying. No, you can't tell me. All of this. The Sammy, the dad, the Thanksgiving dinner, the disclaimer. All of this. Oh God, where am I? I have no clothes on, and it's so snowy and windy and windy and clendy. I bet all the English teachers would love reading this. I can't find the shed. Damn it. This is the end for me after all. I would have been better off getting shot at by her and my grandmas. Are you serious? You did it, bro. You survived the shooting. You avoided. Wait, what was Sammy Twitch again? He killed his family or something. I don't even think Sammy Twitch is a real guy, but whatever. Yeah, you lived Sammy. You beat Sammy. After all, this is the end for me. I would have been better off getting shot by Byron and grandmas. Grandma was right. This entire competition was a disaster from the start. And look at me, my entire family is dead and I'm about to die. But hey, look at it, you lasted. You lasted against your entire family. You should be accomplished. I mean, your family's dead, but still. I'm up against the tree now. I've given up and accepted my fate. Even writing is a chore right now because my fingers are just looks like he's wearing a onesie or something. It feels way better now. Nice and safe. Hopefully from the I can always see the light. I had a good life. Maybe I'll bust a nut. Just one final time. I think I have enough strength. It's good. Well, I'm off to see my family in heaven. If Rowley ever sees this, I was always trans for you. See, I was right. He was thingy. He was gay. I was always trans for you. I love you. You magnificent me. Farewell, Greg. You beat Nona November. I'm proud of you. The Daily Herald. Breaking. 39 dead in Plainfield Middle School shooting. An entire family's demise. Internet trend goes too far. December the 22nd, 2009 by Nathan Wright. Internet trends can be funny, but sometimes that can get too far, as with the tragic story of the Heffley family. The No Nut November trend, which is a challenge not to masturbate during the month of November, became a challenge for this family, fueled by who everyone thought to be Susan Heffley, who worked for the Daily Herald from 2008 to 2011 as a writer. It revealed to be Samuel Winford, more infamously known as porn star Sammy Twitch Dick, who murdered 9 people in the early 2000s. In his recent wake disguised as Susan, challenged the Heffleys to a competition for an infinite nut pass, which ended in bloodshed. Samuel ended up murdering Manny Heffley, framing it as a suicide, and revealed that he hired a hitman, Byron McClack, to assassinate 23 family members in the largest domestic shooting in American history on Thanksgiving Day. Samuel was also responsible for the murder of Roger Caffrey, who was found dead inside his house yesterday morning in what seems to be a gruesome death. I told him it was a trap, Frank Heffley, the husband that Samuel said. I wouldn't, however, think that my wife was a fraud. Frank also had to deal with the most recent death of his second-born son, Greg Heffley, who was found dead on the grounds of Hardscrabble Farms early this morning with a journal next to him. Authorities using the journal for evidence to what led to the murders. The journal will be released to the public in late February 2020. I can't believe any of this will be happening right now, claimed Raleigh Jefferson, who was a close friend to Gregory. I had no idea any of this happened, but once I found out Manny was dead, I knew something was wrong, as I was mourning the losses of the Heffley family. It comes to show the utter destruction of a simple joke, if it goes way too far. Next, Gary Heffley Gary Heffley awaits execution after his child trafficking history is revealed. The end. Thank you for all of your patience. You says horse. You slash swaghawk42. And that's the end. That was what the fuck? Well, I'm just gonna go and like kill myself so I never have to like read any of that again. That was very wow. I don't even know what to say except that was November-y. But in all seriousness, no. Participate in No Nut November or don't. But don't take it too seriously if you do. Like, internet trends, they can be funny. You can get everyone doing it. But just know when you're taking it too far. Because taking it too far... I'm not good with these. Whatever, I'm done. I hope I can actually come back and make more videos. Because, like, so I can, like, overcome my shyness. And maybe I can actually get better recording. I can actually like edit videos instead of just having to do this cheap thing and just go away, never come back. Well, well, I guess that's how I'm ending it now. I'll just originally my my outro was gonna be, if you liked the video, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it, so I can know what I did wrong, so I can improve on my videos. But YouTube removed the dislike button. I want to know if I'm doing bad or not, so I can actually change that. But if that's not going to be the case, then fine. I'll have no idea. Find some kind of dislike button for me, so I know what I did wrong, so I can actually make my videos better. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go and beat off. It's gonna be like December in a few minutes soon, and I had my laughs, and I had my joys, but if there's one thing I had to say, it would have to be this one thing. This one last thing I've had to say, it would be, frick you, Megan, you ploopy. Wait, or would I say, see you on the other side, you raspberry plastic tickle bear virgin, or would I say, wait, why does everyone call everyone a ploopy? Where did ploopy come from? Alright, that's whatever, I'm done. I don't know if I'll make it. I hope I make more videos quickly soon. But I hope I do. And even though I have like freaking no one seeing this. For all of you who have been like fans since I uploaded my first video, and I'm finally back, thank you for all your patience. And this is whatever my name was, signing off. See ya.